I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bold myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like water while you play me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about you. Hello, hello, hello to all my beautiful, beautiful collective. This your girl Empress Mad on the ones and twos and threes. I'm about to get ready to do a quick energy check-in for my collective. If this is something that's going to resonate, it's going to resonate. Then again, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Just please don't force it to it if it's not your story. And if you like and don't love what I do, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow on your way out. And I'd appreciate it. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I hope everybody been having a positive and productive day thus far. I'm kind of torn because I feel like once I get these other videos uploaded, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to get into some zodiacs, because crazy part about it is, like, I have not done those zodiacs, like zodiac groups in so long. And I want to low-key break it down to where it be I do all 12. But what may happen is I probably just do like a fire sign reading, or earth sign reading, and etc. etc. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I thought about it because I just want to do it, because I just feel like that's just something I want to do, because I haven't done it in so long. So I'm feeling that. So that's probably what I'm about to do. Well, not about to, but as soon as I get the other videos uploaded, because I got some videos that's coming and I'm working on more, as you can see. But as soon as I get these other videos uploaded, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna pull 8 of these cards. This is an extended version of the Money's Matter reading. It's an extended version of the Money Matters reading, okay? I ain't did one in a minute because I've been in and out of town first and foremost. But but we gonna see. We gonna see. Give my hair a break. I'm thinking I'm about to go blonde, y'all. So I'm chilling. I got a couple more days off. I think I might take off Sunday. I ain't gonna hold you. I think I might take off Sunday. Oh, don't fall. What's up with y'all? What's up with it? Anyway, let's do this Money's Matters reading. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to take chips in one of my spiritual stores. I ain't been there in a minute. About that time. I'm gonna use this deck. So we're gonna set it to the side for now, though. Ain't gonna be nah. Let's see what the Money's Matters reading may have to say. Something else I want. This, my zodiacs. Because guess what? I've been pulled to do some zodiacs for some reason. I'm just doing this because I just want to see, so we can know who this reading is going to resonate with further. Who this reading going to resonate with. So I'm about to take out. How y'all been doing out there, first and foremost? Everybody been having a good, great day. Type shit. Yeah, type. How y'all been doing? I want specific. Fire. Water. Yeah. Sagittarius. Aries. Virgo. Because I'm going to get more specific with this reading, y'all. Just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? Bear with your girl while she getting everything going tight. You know what, I'm going to make it even more interesting. Because I'm about to swap. I'm going to shuffle these cards in together. So when I do pull them, I can be more specific with who this reading gonna resonate with, which is, at the end of the day, it's collective, which means it's gonna resonate with feminine and masculine energy, for one. And nothing is, it resonates with any zodiac sign reading, but this is just to kind of pinpoint a little bit better of a group that this energy could be referring to. And at any given point, your zodiac sign could be called. But this is the thing. Even if your zodiac sign isn't called, that does not mean that this reading is not for you. And when this is all said and done, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a card and see what zodiac signs. I'm going to pull maybe 4
And we just gonna see what zodiac signs it end up being more so. Ooh, yeah, just, oh Lord. So anyway, it says unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take the divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come into fruition. So I feel like for the collective that I'm talking to, as far as this extended version of the Money Matters reading today, your mind is in the like-mindedness of God. I feel like for the ones that I'm talking to at this moment, which is collective, so we're not going to get caught up on that. But for the ones that I'm talking to this morning, I feel as though you've been coming to a lot of conclusions and ideas about different things that you may want to do in order to get more of the desired outcome that you would like when it comes to your financial situation. I feel that maybe it may be time for you to kind to incorporate different perspectives. It even could mean some of y'all who could already be entrepreneurs and like paint, like actually cutting checks for a group of people. It's like you even could, I'm hearing like an idea box. It could be a time to kind of widen your horizon with it so that you can get your business like a little bit more out there. For some of you who I'm talking to, it could even be as far as up until the point to where like maybe you don't really want to take your business online. Maybe you don't like to do online advertising. Maybe this is a family owned business. So I'm just getting that it needs to be some form of a upgrade when it comes to business ideas, because I feel like and I feel like you also will have to be receptive to others' ideas and viewpoints, because you also could be a type of feminine and or masculine energy that can be kind of stubborn. And which you being kind of stubborn, I feel as though I'm talking to someone who been in the business for a while. It's not to say like you can't take care of your business or you wouldn't make the proper business decision, especially for those of you who could be entrepreneurs, like for real, and y'all like cutting checks for other people. Give me a second. Hey collective, so yeah, I'm back. I had got a phone call and I had to step away from the phone for a little while. I mean, yeah, from the video for a minute. Well, I mean, technically it is a phone, but yeah, nonetheless, y'all get my point. But we're gonna go ahead and complete this reading. Let me get back to it. I'm gonna get it done before the rest of my family make it home while it's quiet. I swear. So with that being said, it's like unlimited ideas. I feel like, you know, it's always room for improvement no matter in whatever you're doing, because for whatever reason I feel like it's like it could be like a family business, like a family skill or something that was like passed along from generation to generation. I'm definitely getting that this could be like a company that's been around for a while, and I feel like it's just kind of time, you know, just know, therefore you have complete access to the unlimited ideas and guaranteed ideas. So whatever, because I even feel like this even resonates with me, because I've gravitated into so many things, from doing tarot to doing press on nails to doing junk phone cases. Now I'm about to get involved in tumblers, doing junk earrings, all of the above. So I feel like you are like, for me, it also just makes me feel like you just a vessel for positivity to come your way when it comes to your financial situation and general collective. Okay, so you have unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God, with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided actions to allow these ideas to come to fruition. And just quite literally speaking, that's all you need to do. I feel like, you know, and I feel like if you just take those that divinely guided actions to allow these ideas to come to fruition. And I feel like don't never feel like, because even me, I've even considered doing additional YouTube channels, even though I'm still in the process of trying to get this one completely off the ground. It's like, I feel like I'm literally, because when I say this, it's making me laugh for the simple reason being it's really hitting close to home for even me, for the simple reason being it's like, bro, y'all just don't know. Like, I got so many ideas of things that I want to do, things I want to talk about. A lot of it is on platforms and things of that nature. And sometimes I be thinking like, okay, Mel, you kind of like over whooping with it. You know what I'm saying? But just to bring my attention back to this card, that's just exactly what they mean. I mean, you know, that's exactly what they mean. So I feel like it's not a set amount of ideas that you should and shouldn't have, if that makes sense. Okay, collective? So it says clearing debt. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So if you have any, because I feel like you could be dealing with some debt, whatever type of debt that you could be dealing with at this moment, from minor to major debt, whatever that looks like, whatever needs to be paid, go ahead and do that. Because I feel like with everything that you do, even the complicated debt, shit that you don't even want to deal with. I know everybody want to act like they ain't got debt and they just got it popping and everything always going right when it comes to these finances. But the reality of the situation is, we know real life, and in real life, that's just not how shit work. And so with that being said, a part of self-care is involving removing heavy burdens. A burden could just be debt. You know what I'm saying? It could just be debt, like just shit you got to get cleared. Like either you can go to someone who can consolidate that, is what I'm hearing. That could have been the idea that you've been getting, especially for those of you who it is like a family business or something like that. Maybe you can go to someone who consolidate that. You can go get some financial assistance. My thing is, whatever it is in your mind that's going to allow you to get to the end game of what you want to get to, I feel that you should go ahead and do it. And a part of that end game definitely could be going ahead and clearing that debt. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever type of financial obligations that you do have and that you do have to deal with, I want to just tell you, just go ahead and do that, because it's something that's going to, at the end of the day, really just get you situated in the long run. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like for those of you who I'm talking to, it's a lot of things that you aspire to do, but I feel like it's complicated for you to see over the mountain, because it could be still some loose ends that you need to tie up when it comes to your financial situation. I also feel as though what just came to me is there could also be something that could be financially blocking you as well from having a bigger, brighter future. You know, I feel like it's time for all of us to make sure that we go ahead and get our credit and get in order as well. So I feel like me saying that was a side note, but it definitely could be some instances of people that I'm speaking to at this moment in this Money Matters reading extended version, that you may even need to go ahead and tend to that, you know, because at the end of the day, that debt is not going nowhere. I mean, it's not like you can avoid it. You could try to act like it ain't there. Even if it means a couple of times you may have to come back broke. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't going to sit up here and act like everybody was put into a position financially to where they got it all, because that would be an inaccurate idea to have, because that's just not the reality of the situation in general. Okay. So it says your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones. And I want you to just be mindful of that, okay, collective? So if that means maybe you need to take a different approach to planning a trip, postpone the trip, I don't know where that came from. Maybe you do. Maybe you need to get your bills paid, then plan the trip. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever that look like to you when it comes to clearing debt. Maybe you need to pay a trip off that you ain't paid off. Maybe you need to pay off some bank debt that you ain't paid. Maybe you need to pay a bill that's behind. Whatever that is, go ahead and do so. And that's why the universe is saying that it's okay for you to tap into these unlimited ideas, because at the end of the day, each thing that I'm speaking to you at this moment in this reading is just a stepping stone to something bigger and better. So like, you have unlimited ideas, and I feel like them unlimited ideas, don't sit up here, because I'm even saying that to myself, don't sit up here and say you doing too much or you thinking too much, or it's something that you're unable to attain. It is something that you're able to attain. You just have to put yourself into the position to where mentally you can. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be something you know, that you need to do. So it could be some type of debt that you need to clear. Facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones. And like, stop overcommitting yourself in these situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't if you already got enough bills, my advice is like not to add another bill. Like, don't add another bill. Clear the bills that you have. Clear the debt that you have. Don't continuously accumulate debt. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like with you, if that's the approach that you taking, which I'm not saying that, although for some people it could resonate. And hey, it's a judgment free zone here. I get it. I know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got it all the time. You know, you speaking from somebody who get that part. You feel me? So I feel like don't feel bad or feel like that you lacking. You know, because you may have a little bit more extra responsibilities than others, and maybe you didn't always make the best financial situations, but at the end of the day, that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? It says, take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territory. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So all of these is basically when I was saying every suggestion that I'm making when it comes to your finances, you should take them, because it says take divinely guided chances. You know, I don't see where if you paying off a bill or paying off debt is a chance necessarily, but what I'm saying is it could put you into a position if you can get this debt off you, because I feel like debt within itself, it could be a burden for my collective who I'm talking to at this moment. I feel like that you could definitely have a lot of obligations and things that you are attached to, things that you got to do, and I feel like it's kind of making it be a burden on your creative processes. Because hold on one second, collective, just one moment, my baby. One second, collective. Hey, collective, I'm back. Hopefully I don't get no more interruptions, because it's getting hectic. Like every time I get ready to start talking, I get a phone call. But hopefully, you know, I don't get any more interruptions. But it's just saying, you know, when I see take a divinely guided chance when it comes to your finances, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at that to honestly say, like, just shift your perspective in that as well. You know, it could just be time for you to kind of just shift your perspective, just generally speaking, okay? Because it says a positive change and successful ventures involves a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance into new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So I'm even taking it to say, like, you need to, like, remove yourself from around people, places, and things that pretty much don't align with where you see yourself in the next 10 years, you know. So that just means I feel like I'm looking at that to just say surround yourself with positive influences, if that makes sense. Because I feel like that you could be someone who could be subject to, even if you're not in a negative environment, but you could be subject to dealing with individuals that have a limited viewpoint of life, because they may have got settled into the life that they choose to have, and you could have identified with that person up until the point where you felt like that you wanted to do something else. You wanted to be a little bit more creative. You wanted to take a chance and become an entrepreneur instead of someone that's a worker. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that you need to just make sure that, god damn, baby, fuck. Hey, collective, I'm back. I apologize for these interruptions. But yeah, so it's just saying, like, for a positive change in successful ventures, I mean, you just need to continue to think outside the box. Because for the majority of people that I'm talking to in this particular dynamic, I feel as though you not making it, like, you humble though, but I feel like you want to kind of like step into doing other things. And I feel like the things that you want to step into are, to me, in my personal opinion, based off what the cards can't saying with this Money's Matters extended, it just seems like you want to step off and do some things that could bring a little bit more, you know, lucrative outcomes to you. And I also just want to say, like, don't allow anyone to make you feel like you not making the right decision because you want to try. You know, nothing is worse than at least not trying. Like, because even if it didn't work out, at least you tried to make it work out. But for the individuals that I'm talking to in this particular Money Matters reading today, I feel like what you are attempting to do, it will work out. But I am seeing that you are going to have to put a certain level of energy and effort in there in order to get to that point. But another part of you putting the energy and effort could very easily be you just not being able to, well, I ain't gonna say able to, but just having to make a little distance between people who pretty are not like-minded, or try to make you feel like that you know what I'm saying, what you saying and trying to attempt to do doesn't make sense, or just at the very most don't believe in what you believe in for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes when we find ourselves in environments, and those environments within itself could be very, very toxic. So for those of you who I'm talking to, whatever you do, I'm saying it's going to work out, you know. But I'm not really saying where it's not going to work out, actually, you know what I'm saying. But it's going to be for you to just have to kind of think outside the box and know that it's not a such thing as having too many ideas when it comes to making multiple streams of income. Because for the people that I'm talking to, it's like you trying to put yourself into a predicament to where you have multiple streams of lucrative incomes. Like, and I feel that if you put the right energy and effort into this situation with that, what you trying to do, whatever that is, it'll work out. Okay. It says employment change. It says your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive change to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. So you do have energies, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ancestors working on the other side in your favor to get you where you need to be in your favor. It do say employment change. You know what I'm saying? Some of you could actually be dealing with an employment change, and one to where it could have been you only had that one stream income and you just work like a 9 to 5. Maybe you could see success in that. Like some of y'all could get promotions. I'm seeing someone could retire. They've been in the company for a long time. You could get their position. So for those of you who I'm talking to, whether you are a feminine or a masculine energy, you gonna be you about to be stepping into a light where you gonna have more power at your fingertips to do certain things that other people is not gonna be able to do. So I'm just seeing just a certain level of advancement and leveling up in general for you. And that's for those of you who could be a 9 to 5. But even those who is not a 9 to 5, it's not a 9 to 5. It's like that. Lord, that multiple streams of income, that work that you was doing on the outside of the work that you needed to do and doing what you wanted to do, some of the things that you felt like they got your attention creatively speaking, that made you have to do things outside the box, that income is going to gradually become your mainstream income. Because I'm seeing when you make this employment change for, especially for employment is the word that's sticking out off that card for me. Because some of y'all is literally you employed. And that's the thing. I'm not just speaking to entrepreneurs. You feel me? You don't have to necessarily be an entrepreneur. You don't have to necessarily be a someone who have a family passed down company. No, but it is a select group of people that I'm talking to who that part of my reading in this particular moment is going to resonate. But then there's another part that work a 9 to 5, and ain't nothing wrong working a 9 to 5. But I feel like that you're going to find yourself in a high position in that 9 to 5. So I'm getting definitely is giving me like what you call that shit, promotions and things of that nature, like management positions, like CEOs, CFOs, stuff like that. I'm seeing like major income. I'm hearing something about someone going to retire. You're going to get their position. And I feel like if you've been applying for jobs, you went for interview, you're going to get that job. But it's going to be a type of job to where you at the top of the food chain in a job. Not you going to be the big mama or the big daddy, not the little daddy and the little mama. Like, you going to be the one really calling the shots type shit. And that's for those of you who is a 9 to 5. And if it's not that you're a 9 to 5, it's going to be, you're going to be that man or that woman that's really, really making motion and making moves and get money out here for real. But it was only because you chose to do something outside of, just didn't let people negative thoughts like run amok in your motherfucking brain to keep you from choosing to do something different. Okay. Next card, it says, visualize abundance in all form. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Okay, so I feel like if you like that, give me that statement that Wayne made. If Lil Wayne, y'all know Lil Wayne. If you know Lil Wayne, you know Lil Wayne. I know everybody know Lil Wayne, but it's a hip hop artist. He do rap music. But with that being said, in one of his songs, he said, no matter of fact, it was an interview that he was doing. If you believe that you can do it, who is there to say that you can't? Like, as long as you believe that you can do it, shit, who gonna come against you and say what you can't do? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it starts with you believing, and not only believing, seeing it. Like, even though don't look like it in the present. In the present, it may not look like that, but just because you're not gonna be 6 months to a year from now, you're not gonna be in that same position a month, 6 months to a year down the line. And basically with these visualizing abundance in our form, it's basically saying that a lot of the life that you're feeling like that you want to manifest is going to be yours to be had. You feel what I'm saying? All you got to do is keep doing what works and feel good to you, okay? And then it says moonlighting. It says you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you, which is pretty much what I was saying. Because some of y'all do work a 9 to 5, but you got a side hustle that you really want to do. And I feel like it's just been your hustle. It's been your side income, but your side income about to shift and be your main income. And you ain't gonna be having to worry about that 9 to 5. You ain't gonna have to worry about hitting no clock, because you gonna be your own clock hitter. You know what I'm saying? So, and basically, that's what's finna happen in general, okay? I'm telling you, and then it's gonna create a windfall of abundance. That's what's gonna happen. It's going to create a windfall of abundance. That's up next. That's what's coming to you next. A windfall of abundance. It said a windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So I'm saying that some of y'all may be standing alone. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm saying, like, you about to, baby, that soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Yeah. And that's a fact, not an act. Like, that's what I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't saying shit. I ain't throwing shade on nobody that got a 9 to 5. Because for those of you who this reading gonna resonate with, who got a 9 to 5, hell, it's a position that's about to come available or something like that. In that position that's about to come available, you're gonna get it. But that's gonna put you in a position you're gonna be big mama, big daddy. Like, you really gonna be having real emotion out here with it. You feel me? And I'm even getting there's gonna be a lot of jealousy to come with it. You know what I'm saying? So just prepare for that. And that was like a little sad message that popped in my head right when I was saying what I was saying. It says bountiful nature. It says spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and remind you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. And that's what you need to do. Like, do whatever is going to basically keep you in a positive mind state, which is basically what I was saying when I was saying that you could possibly have to remove yourself. Not like to say that somebody trying to do something to you, like, that's in a negative perspective. No, that's not what I'm saying. But just them trying to make you feel like that your dream can't be a reality, or maybe you don't got what it takes to get to that point. That could just be like an environment that you need to remove yourself from. You feel me? You feel me? Even if, and I feel like it's even gonna cause you to have to separate yourself from people that really you feel have a lot of true meaning to you and what you represent and what you're trying to represent in the long run. And that can even mean mamas and daddies and aunties and uncles and cousins and brothers and sisters and siblings, even friends for some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to just keep going, because it's an objective and it's a target point that the universe needs you to get to. And that's not to say you've been humble though. So I respect for whoever I'm talking to. You've been very, very humble in this, but you need to focus on the end game of the situation. And those individuals, people, places, and things that no longer resonate with you, I feel like they don't need to be your focus. Literally speaking. Okay, collective. It says objective. Writing down your goals will help you achieve them. Stay focused and take one step at a time towards reaching your dream. So the debt part, all of that, write down, visualize abundance in all forms. It could be even creating a vision board. You know what I'm saying? Even like you could even have to create, not have to, but maybe you should create a vision board. Some of you may already have created a vision board as well. For those of you who just gonna resonate with. because that's why it's saying go into nature. And you may, and even if you don't go into nature, because some people just not people that just do nature, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. You know, it's no problem with that. You know, this is just, me personally speaking. I'm a judgment free person. Like, I tell people, you know, do whatever the heck, like, whatever you feel like, you know, you want to do, whatever you feel like that's going to make you happy, that's what you do. So that could be what you need to do. Shit, some people ain't, you know, it could be some conflict that's going to come with what you doing, you know. But that's the thing, when you doing major shit, sometimes conflict just a part of it. You feel me? You going to have conflict. Conflict could be like you have a verbal conflicting situation, which for a lot of my collective who this is going to resonate with, that's exactly what's going to happen. You may have a verbal conflict with someone, or it could be conflict such as clashing of personalities. To say, they say tomato, you say tomato. They say the sky blue, you say the sky purple. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, you know what I'm saying? So it even could be that. Like, they say you can't and you say you can. You know what I'm saying? They believe you can't, but you believe you can. And you like, I'm about to show you. Because I'm even getting, some of y'all may even have to come to a point, if y'all ain't already did it, because for a slight select few, this could be something, because this is something y'all already been working on. Every time somebody try to implant a negative seed in your brain, you need to instantaneously deflect it, because at the end of the day, that is just them, because you settled and because that's what you proud of, that's what you want to do. That don't mean that's what you got to do. And just because your mom, your daddy, even it could be a family of educators, a family of doctors, a family of judges, like, you know, a family of police officers, but maybe that ain't what you want to do. So it could be some conflict to come behind, because you're gonna have some people that's gonna be judgmental and what you got going on, because it may not be of their norm. But just because it's not of their norm, that don't mean it's not for you to do. It's just something that you doing on your own type of shit. You feel me? It says, be careful with whom you deal when it comes to finances. There could be some misunderstandings with someone about money. And then it's crazy because this card just make me feel like, hold on, collective. Shit. Hey, collective, I'm back. So, yeah. Hold on one second. Just give me a second. Sorry if I listen. Hey, collective, I'm back. So, it could be that, because it could be like you work your ass off to get to a certain point. And then it was, because I'm even getting that, some of y'all, this could be something that you already dealing with or whatever. And that, like, but honestly, for those of you who I'm talking to, this is really, even if it's something that, like, you already established your business or whatever, right? But what I'm saying is, like, it's kind of already happening, because I feel like for some of my collective that I'm talking to with this Money's Matter Extended, and like, y'all already kind of seeing a positive income. Honestly speaking, I gotta be real honest. For those of you who I'm speaking to right now, this ain't happened, but it's about to happen, because I'm hearing 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles energy, which means this is something that you are currently working on. This gonna be a long video, because I've been interrupted so many times. So with that being said, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. And so when you get to that point, it's just gonna be like, a lot of people gonna be coming at you about your money. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be, and I feel like a lot of y'all, because I'm really getting future tense energy versus present tense. Presently, I feel I see 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, like you really, really focusing and working hard on something for an outcome, right? But futuristically speaking, I'm just seeing like in the near future, 6 months to a year, because that's near to me regardless of the fact. It's like, you know, they're going to be coming at you sideways. Like, feeling like it's going to be a select group that's going to be coming at you sideways, making you feel like, shit, you owe them something. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy, because these same people was the same people that, like, didn't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? When I was broke, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all owe me. That's what I'm hearing. Like, that's literally going to be the vibe. Like, that's literally going to be the vibe. And it's going to have to force you to potentially stand alone. There's an opportunity for you to do things on your own. You have completed projects that have led you to become independent. Financial freedom is yours. And that's what I'm saying, right? Like, this, y'all, some shit y'all been working on. If you ain't completed it, you really, really close to the point of completing it. And I feel like you're going to actually have them opportunities that's going to be presented to you. You just going to have to, shit, like I said, shit, you're going to have to be on your own. Some of y'all even could be driven to be isolated at this moment, because you so focused on that desired outcome that you want real heavy. So some of y'all going to want that. You feel me? For a fact, not act. It's a fact, not act. It's a fact, not act. And then they say, lucky you. It says, lucky you. This is your lucky time. Things are turning in your favor. Take advantage of this opportunity and make the most of it. Right. So make that shit count. If you ain't never made shit count before, like, make that shit count right now. Because right now, this is a lucky moment. And I feel like it may not feel like it, especially for those of you who it could be some debt that you could be dealing with. You feel me? But not long story short, you're going to be okay regardless. It says marketing. You're a great promotion. Apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate to attract more sales, which is what I was saying in the beginning. You may need to be a little bit more innovative on certain aspects of your business. It could even be like just marketing, like even getting to the point you need to create some business cards. Because even for me, with the things that I do, I need to create business cards and stuff, because a lot of people sleep on what I do as far as just not even tarot readers. Like, I do tarot readings, I do junk phone cases, I do junk earrings, I do keychains. And I really don't sell my press-on nails, but I am in a position to where I can even create, and so with that being said, it's like, you know what I'm saying, that's my whole point. You feel me, what I'm talking about? So you need to go ahead and do those marketing strategies. You feel what I'm saying? It could even be some new approaches that you need to take to the situation. And then it says authority. Your career is in the process of upgrading. There is an opportunity for you to become an authority in your field. Be the leader you wish you had. So that's what I'm saying, because it could be someone that's finna retire. Like, you could be working for this company for a long ass time, and like somebody's trying to like fucking retire, and you finna get that position. And that person that's finna be retired, you may not even always agree with shit, like their ideas, their business approaches and things of that nature. But like, regardless of the fact, it's like, you know, do what you got to do when it's all said and done, okay? Collective. Because you bounce. Remember when I was saying, for those of you who it's legit like a 9 to 5, you just finna level up in that process. That's what I'm getting. But you finna be the big dog. You know what I'm saying? You finna be the big one, not the little one, though. Like, at the position. Like, even if it's a 9 to 5 job, like, you finna be the big one, not the little one. You know what I'm saying? You finna be the big mama, the big dad, not the little mama and the little dad. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it is. You feel? And even this person that you may not even agree, this even could be someone that did mentor you. And like, when you could have graduated from school and instantaneously got up under this person's wing, you feel me, about shit. Like, someone is willing to share experiences in their field that will motivate you to do better. Your work and teachings inspire others because they inspire you. And this person, this could be someone that's older than you. They feel inspired by you. You remind them a lot of themselves when they were younger. For those of you who could be a 9 to 5, maybe they got you doing 9 to 5, but you could be doing similar business approaches and into similar things. And with that being said, this is someone that you already have gravitated to in your field, though. Like, you feel me? That's what's going on. An asset. Your investments are growing quickly. If you haven't started investing yet, now is the right time. Your future promises long-term stability, which is what I've been saying. Like, and not only you gonna have assets, but you are a great asset to this company, because even before I started shuffling, I had saw enterprise. That's what I'm saying. And enterprise could also be like an enterprise such as a 9 to 5, or also enterprise could be you just becoming your own entrepreneur as well. But you gonna have somebody that is, some of y'all, this gonna be somebody that's gonna come in. This someone that you are, that's been watching you, because I'm getting that you ain't even got that yet, but you got somebody that's really have taken a certain interest in you. They're really amused by you, and you remind them a lot of them in the beginning of their process, and they're going to take you under your ring, whether it's a 9 to 5 job or you just expanding in whatever it is that you're doing. It says amusements. You have natural talents that you can share with the world. It's time to make money from them while enjoying the process of being yourself. Like, that's what I'm saying. This reading is really like resonating with me even, you know what I'm saying? Because these, like, my tarot cards and all this stuff, like, you know, these my babies. Like, I mean, I look at these like these my babies, and I feel like for those of you who I'm speaking to, who you could be doing whatever it is that you're doing, legit, that's what it is with you. You feel me? You doing what make you happy, and that could be somebody with the 9 to 5 that got that secondary income, that side hustle money coming in. You feel what I'm saying? You dig? So it even could be that. Feel me? It could be that type shit. You dig? So that could be it. But it's like that what you just be like, oh, I just love to do this and I'm finna make money off of it. It's a hobby though, but you gonna blow that shit up to like, y'all gonna know who I'm talking to. Whoever this resonate with, you gonna know, like, that's me. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be some shit. You just be like, you could be someone that like dressing. You could be there like dressing people. You could do wigs. You can dye wigs, color wigs. You can make wigs. You could do makeup. Maybe you want to create your own lashes. Maybe you could be an aspiring nail tech. project. Maybe you can even be like a tarot reader. Maybe you want to have a YouTube platform. But all this shit is just shit that you do outside of the 9 to 5. For those of you who is not strictly 9 to 5. Now, being strictly 9 to 5, ain't shit wrong with it. Because for those of you who strictly 9 to 5 individuals, shit, y'all, whatever, for those who this gonna resonate with, I'm just saying to say, like, you still gonna be okay regardless. Like, you gonna be okay regardless, okay? It says, bother, don't fear failure, but fear regret. Your worries are blocking your success. Remind yourself of your greatness and stay optimistic, which is what I was saying, because I feel like that, like, remember when I said I'm getting to read, like, even if that shit don't work out, but for those of you who I'm speaking to, it's going to work out. I'm speaking to those of you who it's going to work out. But even if it don't, perhaps, and maybe I could be wrong. I doubt it, but if I'm wrong, it's just like, it could be bothering you, whatever, but you ain't gonna have no regret. The only regret that you will ever have, if it's something, and I saw another card in my deck that said just do it as well. Okay, so with that being said, the only regret you gonna have is if you sit there and fucking, you know what I'm saying, don't even try to do something outside of the norm. You know, maybe you seen your mom or your daddy work into whatever, and you just like, that's just not the life that I want for my kids. Maybe they passed away, didn't leave shit. You know what I'm saying? They leave you no assets, no properties, no money, no shit. And that ain't who you want to be for your family. So the only regret that you're going to have is if you don't try. So for those of you, if you don't attempt to do this, you're going to be more bothered because you didn't attempt to do it. You feel me? It versus if you try. You dig what I'm saying? You're going to be bothered about this shit. Like, if you ain't attempt to do it. Okay. It says adjustments. You may need to make some adjustments to your spending. Your expectations are not being met at this time. It's better to be prepared than regretful. So, yeah, you make those necessary adjustments. Some of y'all even could be transitioning. Like, you know, because remember when I was saying some of y'all 9 to 5s could be unsteady. I did see unsteady. Yeah, I did see unsteady. Yeah, I did see unsteady up in the cards. So with that being said, you may have to kind of make those preparations and just be mindful. Remember when I was saying in the beginning when I said if you was trying to book a trip, then don't just wait for a minute. All that part definitely could resonate with you. You just gonna have to make the necessary adjustments. But then when it's all said and done, you still gonna get your enterprise that you've been working so diligently on. Okay, it says enterprise. It's time to get into business. You are ready to take on the challenge and be your own boss. Your experience is enough to create your enterprise. Remember, I just said that, and it's going to be some advancements that's going to be had in that situation. Them advancements, you're going to be the big one. You're going to be the big one, not the little one. You feel me? Like, that's who you're going to be, like the big one, not the little one. You feel me? So it says advancements. It says career growth is on the horizon in your field of work. Opportunities are coming your way, so don't waste time. Take action to improve your finances, which is that part when I was talking about that clearing that debt. That shit ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. So whatever you need to do as in regards to that, just do it, okay? And that's what I have to say on that. Let me see. It says clever and think outside the box. Determined and be determined. Not only be clever, but as a matter of fact, be determined, if that makes sense. You feel me? For those of you that's going to resonate with, it's actually going to make a lot of sense. A whole lot of fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? It says determination. Consistency is key to achieving your goals. Keep doing what works well for you. Don't quit when you're tired. Quit when you're done. And I think you need to make sure that, and then be clever. You don't have to, remember when I was saying just because all them judges and just because all them doctors and preachers, teachers, whatever, that don't mean that you got to do what they do. That don't mean you got to work as hard as they ass had to work to get to what you want, because maybe that's just not your life path to do. Just because even me, this tarot that I do, don't nobody in my family do tarot. Don't nobody I don't even know where I got this shit from. That's what I'm saying. You could just be that one odd person out, but that don't make you, that's just you, just different. You feel me? And then it says clever. Working smart gets the job done. Focus on the basics to find better solutions. Sometimes simplicity is the key. So keep it simple, stupid. You know what I'm saying? And just be determined and stay consistent with that 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles energy. And another part, you're not going to have faith. You're going to have faith the side of a mustard seed right now. Faith and determination going to get you a long way. This situation requires your full trust. There is a divine reason behind this experience. Your spirit guides are leading you in the right direction. Okay? And it's going to be, look, it says feast. It's time to celebrate your hard work and even your small wins. Unexpected income or a pay raise is on the horizon. Is that not what the fuck I just said? I just fucking said that. Yes, baby. You gonna be celebrating, like, yeah. And feelings, be mindful not to be in your feelings too much, because some of y'all could be like that conflict of it even could be a romantic interest and y'all just not on the same page, and they could be, y'all could be butting heads. You feel what I'm saying? But it's only because you trying to live your life purpose, what you feel like that you want to do, and that's why it was saying that you may have to stand alone. But in standing alone, be sure to have that faith in it, because it's not gonna be easy. Because even me trying to establish me and what I got going on, it's been a long process, but I stand on it. Luckily, I do have a partner that encourages me to fulfill what I want to. You know what I'm saying? He never tells me not to do anything. I also have family members that, although they don't agree with what I do, they don't stop me either. You know what I'm saying? But then, it's people that you would think supposed to be cheering and not cheering. People that you think should be supporting you who not supporting. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to take all that with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, it's going to pay off when it's all said and done. I feel like I want to get you some spiritually guided messages. Then I'm finna pull some zodiac signs. Then I'm finna get ready to go get my son, because my daughter don't want to go get him. And then other than that, I'm going to close out. And I'm going to be back on her with a reading. Now, it may be a little louder because my baby's going to be home. Nonetheless, collective, it is what it is. I love you guys. I love you, baby. Let me get some more messages for my collective. That was the episode extended of whoa, amen. That's what I want. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to me. Squat to get there. It says, you wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seed. Keep working. Remember when it said determination? Don't quit when you tired, quit when it's done. So, and you don't have to keep backtracking your work. If you believe that you can do it, who the fuck gonna tell you that you can't? You feel me? And that's just a fact, not act. You know what I'm saying? It says, go back to the heart of who you truly are. There you will find peace. Look at your life and its entirety. Acknowledge any old wounds and then release them. Use what they've taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of, you got to be confident, because look, you wouldn't be you if you didn't do the shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? No, it's only one. There can only be one you, just quite literally speaking. And that's just a fact, not an act, okay? Okay. Next card, it says, never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious in your own and worthy in your own way. So that's what I was saying. And just because you don't do what the rest of the family do, that don't make you the oddball out. Because I'm even getting that they even can make you feel like the black sheep, low key. You feel me? They can make you feel like the black sheep. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and you don't got to feel like that. I'm telling you. I'm doing something. So, yeah. But this is you. I know. So, I said my sinus is acting fool. So, yeah. Just do that. Let's see. I'm going to pull some zodiac signs. I'm going to pull these two. Scorpio. Now, if I don't call your zodiac sign, that don't mean the reading is not for you. Scorpio, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Leo. So that's just me just trying to see what zodiac signs this could resonate with more. But not to say if I didn't. So I got Scorpio, I got Aquarius, Capricorn, and Leo. Even if I didn't call your name, that do not mean that the reading is not for you. I just did that to just provide just a little bit more clarity to my viewers about who this reading could be a resonation to, and just to let you allow to have you something to more so identify with, okay? But even if I didn't call your zodiac sign, that don't necessarily mean that it's not for you, okay? Because once again, tarot is fluid in all ways, gender and energetically, okay? Okay. But nonetheless, I gotta go make some moves and grooves and moves. So I'm gonna get back to y'all. I hope that y'all enjoyed your extended version of The Money Matters. Have a great day. Bye.